advice. A lot of beginning drivers do a lot of light traffic light driving. What does this mean? You go from home, you go to school. You go from school, you go back home. You go from school to your job, back home. You go from school to your grandparents' house or your cousin's house and back home. You never really get deep downtown driving, downtown Detroit, Michigan, downtown Houston, Texas, downtown Los Angeles, California. So when you do get a chance to go to a downtown area, you're like, whoa, man, I never seen so many cars, or what a traffic jam. Because you don't really get out there on the road because your lives are set. Happy Thursday. Thank you. Your lives are set because it's a routine. My life is set. I go to the lab. I come home. I do online driver's ed. I drive you guys on the weekend. If I want to drive on Friday, I can. I don't. If I'm really trying to stack up money, I drive during the week. So my day, I wake up, I start the car, I go through, get some McDonald's, or I eat breakfast here. I go to Speedway, get a coffee. I'm on the road driving for 20 minutes to work. I park, I go in, I leave, I get in the car, I go through traffic, I go home. So you guys won't have that traffic experience because you don't take the expressway to and from work. You're in school. So the experience is a little bit different. You have different experiences though, Bobby, because you're in a parking lot with other teenage drivers, Bobby, who don't care. Yeah, Bobby, got a sense of humor. Who don't care about you. They're going to walk in front of you, Ashton. Like, Ashton, they see you coming, but they're still going to walk in front of you, and they dare you to hit them. You're like, why is this kid walking in front of me?
They'll see that green truck.
They see that green truck coming. Yeah, that line truck. I thought I saw your dad on the expressway. That's another story.
You probably did.
I probably did. But they see that green truck. Some people are like, man, that's a really nice truck. Other people are like, that's an ugly truck. Other people are like, I know who that is. So you're going to get different reactions all the time. And your driving situation is different than mine. Yours is way more dangerous because, number one, you got kids who are coming in just before the bell. You got kids who are tired. It's dark in the morning. You have parents who are driving their kids to school. I'm sorry, mom and dad. They're going to run you over to drop the little brother, sister off at elementary, the little brother, sister off at middle school, the little big brother, sister off at high school. They're in a hurry. They're going to see that big lime green. I hate that lime green truck. Dad said, no, I love that truck. Man, that's a nice truck. So they're going to see you, and because they are adults and they think they're superior, they're just going to drive right across your face. And you're like, hey, did you see that lady? Yeah, she does it all the time. I'm going to record her video, and I'm going to send it to my mom. You're going to have parents like that. Hopefully your parents aren't like that. You're going to have high school seniors and juniors. Hey, I put in my time. I got an A in all my math classes. There's this kid who's a sophomore. He's got this lime green truck. I don't know who he thinks he is. You could come out and your truck could be all scratched up, all keyed up. I'm serious, because you got such a nice truck and it makes people feel some type of way. You didn't know that, my brother. It's true. So your high school situation is way more volatile and dangerous. And then after school, I would not want to be near how you doing? I would not want to be near a high school because you have seniors, they're out. They don't care about their favorite driving instructor. They don't care about their coach. They don't care. I'm going home to eat some cereal. I'm going to my job. I got to go see my girl. I got to go see my boy and go to my job. You got juniors. I'm going to wait till the seniors leave. They're kind of crazy, but I'm in a hurry too. Then you got the next group. You got the sophomores, early drivers. There's that lime green truck again. I hate that truck. See, your truck is going to make people feel some type of way because it's so different. So, and then you have some teachers who leave as soon as the bell. Some teachers who leave because they got a lot of work to do, or they got another job So you're going to have different people all the time coming in, coming out, and it's very, very dangerous. I'm giving you a real life situation. You got to watch others drive. You're going to watch your mom drive. You're going to watch your dad drive. You're going to watch your older brother, sister. They're not real good drivers. Some older brothers and sisters are not. Maybe they didn't get out. Maybe they just don't want to drive a lot and they're still on their permit and they're 19. It's more common than you think. Next, continue to study yield and right of way signs. A lot of beginners mix them up. Stop, S-T-O-P, you stop, 3 seconds, you look left, you look right, and then a kid cuts out in front of you. Someone on a bike, or someone on an e-bike, someone on a scooter, a school bus. You're like, man, I'm going to be late to my job. I have to be there at 8 o'clock. It's 7:55. They told me don't be late. I already got one write-up. You have to call your boss and say, listen, the traffic is really heavy. I'm sorry. At least call, be responsible. But some of you won't, and you're going to lose your job. And then the convention will be like, I thought you were getting paid on Tuesday. Mom, Dad, I got fired. What? What happened? I kept showing up late. You will have that experience. You will find out. Next, use the big 5 strategies for driving. Number 1, drop the phone. You can barely drive in the parking lot. You're trying to do selfies, get your hair right, do a little quick move. No one cares. You're going to hit a car. You're going to hit that lime green truck. No, you're not. Next, look into turns. If you want to see someone learn how to drive, look at juniors and seniors in your high school. They just barely know how to drive, just barely. I'm trying to get you guys to look outside of your 9th grade vision or your 10th grade vision or your 11th grade vision. You have people, humans, who barely know how to drive, who are driving a 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 pound vehicle. They don't look out when they back up. They're going to run you over when you're walking down the parking lot like, bro, didn't you see me? It's that lime green truck again. So you really got to watch because you have inexperienced drivers. Your mom and dad, I'm just going to wait till the parking lot clears. Or I'm going to park by the door. Or I'm going to park at the end of the parking lot. Because people who get there early, they get the best spots. You don't want to get up. You didn't want to clean your windows. Your brother used all the gas and barely left you gas. And you got to get breakfast because you woke up too late. And that's what's going to happen to a lot of you. If I wake up late, I'm stressed, I'm panicked, I might have to get gas, I got to get a coffee, I want to eat breakfast, I'm like all shaky and nervous. But if I wake up early, get that breakfast, get that coffee, put in that gas, I'm chilling. And it's nice to feel relaxed on the road, but a lot of you won't ever do that. Next, when you're changing lanes, look over your shoulders, check your blind spots. Let's go back to Ashton with the big F. It's F-150? No, it's a Ram truck, right?
It's a Ram.
Okay, I'm sorry. I almost called it a Ford. Don't want to insult you. So, bigger trucks have big blind spots. I brought my neighbor's F-150 truck to go pick up a couch for the studio. And when I changed lanes, I had to remember, this is a bigger vehicle I'm in. I've got to look over my shoulder. If not, I'm going to hit 3 cars. It's a bigger vehicle. You can look up and further down the road. This is why a lot of you, your parents are like, you're getting the Ram truck. You're getting the 1500. You're like, that thing is so big. A lot of you do not want to drive bigger vehicles because they're very overwhelming. But your parents are like, we are a truck family. You're getting that F-150 in the garage. You're going to put tires on it and a battery. And you're going to put a transmission in, Maddie. You're going to put that transmission in. Maddie's like, okay, where's the transmission jack, Dad? Right? You got to know how to work on your car. A lot of you don't know how to work on cars because your parents are not mechanically inclined. They take it to a shop. I learned how to work on cars from ground one. In high school, I knew guys in their 30s and 40s who had the SS Chevelles, who had the fastback Mustangs, who had the GXTs, who had the old school classic cars. And I learned from them. And once you learn from someone, you know how to change a tire. You know how to change an oil. A lot of people don't know how to change oil. And then the oil's like really thick and black. And then your motor's like not running properly. Or you just don't check your tires. And then you end up having a flat tire or a blowout. You got to do routine maintenance, and we'll show you that. When you're backing up, look out your back window. A lot of you worked on backing up and reversing, right? You got to learn, because not, you're going to hit the garage. That's how I know I had a trailer. Well, I still have my trailer, but the left tail light is bent because I turned the wheel too fast and I hit a corner of the garage. I didn't hit my race car, thank God, but my trailer light is bent. I got to get a torch, heat it up, and bend it out. It's hard backing up a trailer. Some of you know this. Maddie, you probably know this. Your dad probably has a trailer. You got to know how to back it in. Next, drive safely for the conditions on the road. If it's snowing, slow down. If it's raining, slow down. If you leave late for school and you got a bunch of adults, slow down. You can't make someone go fast. Have a lot of following distance. A lot of beginner drivers tend to tailgate. Really close, really close, really close. I have 5 more minutes, and you're going to get 5 more minutes. New drivers don't judge distance. Really good. So you're going to pull out in front of a car or truck and scare your mom and dad. Bobby, you're going to pull out in front of a car or truck. Just saying, Bobby. You're going to pull out in front of a car or truck. Your mom's going to be like, stop. You're giving me a heart attack. Your dad's going to be like, he's fine. So whoever's in the front seat is your coach. I'm giving you a cheat code right now. You're getting the cheat code right now. Whoever's in the front seat is your coach. If your little brother or sister's in the back seat, Mom, Dad, are they going to kill us? Dad, get that insect right now. Get that right now. Your parents, your little brother or sister are going to freak out, and that's going to make you even more nervous. So a lot of you will drive to school. Your mom and dad's going to be like, here, what is this? It's the keys. What are you doing? You're driving to school. You're about to have a heart attack backing out of the driveway, going down the inner corner of your street, turning on the main road. Then when you get to school, 5 minutes to get in, 3 minutes to get to the door. Your mom and dad's like, get out. I got to get to work. Mom, Dad, I'm not even about the door. Get out. It's true. They not playing. Okay? So if you get up late, don't get up late. And also, what's happening, what you learn. New drivers need a lot of verbal instruction. You know how to drive, but you still are learning how to drive. Don't assume they know what they're doing. Your mom and dad might assume, I talked to the instructor. They say you're good, right? They say you're good. And it's really important because your mom and dad would talk to the instructor. He said you're good, but you don't know how to merge on the expressway, or you don't know how to deal. Look, some of you won't drive during school time. In the summer, I was driving during school time. If football players, basketball players, for a lot of you, you're going to drive to school and it's going to be like a heart attack, or you're going to drive home, but you'll get used to the heart attack. How to do a U-turn. You've got to look and check traffic. Car tips and tricks. Make sure your car's windows are clean. Make sure your windshield wiper blades are pliable. The driving theory test, we're preparing you for the test now by having a lot of different information. Some instructors are very helpful. Some instructors don't say anything. Some instructors maybe talk a little too much. Some instructors don't help you at all. Some instructors don't care. It depends on what you get. It's the luck of the draw. Driving lessons. There are no free driving lessons. Everything costs. Tips for new drivers. Leave early. Make sure you have gas in your car the night before. It's easy to go to the gas station at night. Well, some of you are going to be scared because you haven't been out at night. Maybe go around 6 or 7. Go fill the car up. Hey, Mom, Dad, can I fill the car up because I want to drive the scooter tomorrow? You do? Here's the debit card. And go to McDonald's and get me a number 1. Can I get something too? Sure. Can I take my friend? Sure. And then you got your friends in the car, right? Fill up the car the night before. 3-point turnarounds. You got to know how to do 3-point turnarounds. Pull into a driveway, reverse back the opposite way. Steering wheel recommendations, 9 and 3. 7 and 5 is the safest way based on the National Highway Safety Transportation. They're the largest governmental system here in the United States. It's different in the UK. It's different in China. It's different in Australia. They do different things. We do different things here in America. Land of the free, home of the brave. The most important things when learning how to drive, I think, is feeling comfortable. You want to wear thin sole shoes, shoes that are comfortable. Crocs are good. Converse are good. Thin sole shoes. Don't wear really thick shoes because you won't be able to feel the pedal and you're going to scare your parent. You want to maintain your vehicle. Check your lights, windshield wiper blades. Focus completely on driving. Stay focused. Do not drive if you feel tired. Always lock your door. People will steal from you. Leave your phone in there, your Beat headphones. If you prepare for bad weather, make sure you have jumper cables in the tow rope. Pack an emergency kit. Band-aids, flashlights, jumper cables. You won't do that. You don't even know what jumper cables are. There's some in the driver's car. I'll show you those. Don't respond to road rage. If you get pulled over, turn on your blinkers. Turn on your dome light. Type in what you learned. Type in what you learned. We're going to do some videos in a moment. Type what you learned. Guys, we're trying to go over some general information to make sure you learn how to drive. You know how to drive. I'm trying to bring you value. I'm telling stories, the things I went through in my job. And I think you want a good instructor who's going to tell you a lot of stories. And if you're still watching this, you need to subscribe. You need to be sharing this because it's a journey when you learn how to drive. And your mom will take you through it. Your dad will take you through it. I was just saying, it's a journey when you learn how to drive. Some of you will drive like your mom. Maybe really chilled, blinker, driving at the speed limit. Then some of you will drive like your dad, fast, stopping at the last second, going through that yellow. Some of you will learn from your mom and dad. Some of you will learn from your sister or brother. They were a terrible driver. I'm going to be better than them. Or you're our last child in the family. You have to be the best driver. And they put all this pressure on you. A lot of your parents will put pressure on you. And that's the worst thing I've seen too. I'm just telling you real stories. Because when I talk to your parents, I think about what they say, how they act, how they talk. Is this your first child through? Yes. Is this your last child through? Yes. So, and I asked them, what does your mom and dad do for a living? And then I try to assess what type of car are they driving? Are they driving a big Wagoneer? Are they driving a lime-colored Ram 1500? Are they driving F-150? I like to know them because when you get to know your parent, you appreciate your student. And that's really important. I got to talk about some signs, and then I got some interactive things for you. Stop sign. You should know what this is. Stop sign. If you don't learn to stop properly, you're going to struggle. You know what the H is, the blue sign with the H. Type in what this is in the chat. Type it in. Show me you're listening. It's a blue sign with that white H. Type it in. You should know what this is. Some of you will never see this. Some of you who are accident prone, jumping out of trees, working on things, falling off the roof. This is a hospital sign. Well, my family's clumsy. Everyone has broke their left arm. I just broke mine. They know us at the hospital. Some of you will never see this sign. And for some of you, we might go through a hospital zone and it's so quiet. But then an ambulance comes by. You're like, oh my God, Mr. Yes. So hospitals is like a new world. Some of you have never been there. You should all know the school zone. You're in school right now. You're going to have those young drivers flying through a school zone. Mothers, there's that guy again in that lime green colored truck. He goes, don't worry, Martha. I got his license plate number. Uh, Ashton H, can you come down to the office? The whole school is like, people are watching you, bro. You can't lie. You're the only one in school with a lime green. You can't lie. Guilty as charged. What's the problem? They said you were speeding to no. I was going at the speed limit. My sister was in the car. And I don't know what you're saying. People exaggerate. They were going so fast through the neighborhood. My leaves blew off my tree. Lady, stop. You don't even have a tree. People exaggerate. So school zones. And police are there sometimes. So if you act crazy, you're going to get a ticket. Real talk. Real talk. Another sign that you're going to confuse. Oh, here we go. No left turn. A lot of you will make left turns. And guess what? You get a ticket because it's a shortcut to the school. It's a shortcut to your job. But businesses complain. You get a ticket. Because you don't understand about this. And you're like, I'm going to turn left to beat the traffic. Then the police are sitting there. Stupid. Don't get tickets unnecessarily. Roundabouts. A lot of you will panic. Number 24. Roundabouts. You'll see this. You're like, what do I do? You go with the flow. You mean, what did I do? There's that lime green truck again. You're doing your own thing, Ashton. You yield, you check traffic, a car stops and then goes and cuts you off. And they hit you. And they blame you. Good thing you had a dash cam because you listened to your driver's ed teacher. People will lie. That truck blew the yield sign. Ashton, you were already there, you yield, and then someone panicked, and then they hit your truck. You got to understand this yield sign. And this, you got to yield, you got to understand this roundabout sign. You got to yield to traffic already in there. And a lot of you will panic, your blood pressure will go up every time you see this sign. Because people don't know what to do. In America, we drive on the right side of the road. In the UK, India, and Australia, they drive on the left. Some of you will see this do not enter sign, but it's too late. You went down the ramp to the expressway. There was an accident a couple days ago. A Tesla hit a mid-sized SUV. The Tesla caught on fire, and with those electrical fires, sorry, Elon, with those electrical fires, they could not put the car out. 2 people in the Tesla died, and the person in, it was a wrong way accident. Someone went the wrong way. They thought it was the on-ramp. It was the off-ramp. They hit head on. The Tesla was basically destroyed. Both vehicles were destroyed. 3 people died. And I'm not against electric vehicles. And by 2030, 2036, more than half of you are going to be driving EVs. We're not mad. We are not mad. And then the guardrails need to be updated because EVs are heavier. Type in one thing you learned. And then we got Quizzy. Type in one thing you learned. From the stories I've been telling you, real life, what's going to happen to you in high school, could happen on Halloween, on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Guess what? You're going to be driving to grandma's. Come on, Ashton, let's go. Mom, Dad, you're late. I'm going to have to drive 100 miles an hour. Son, it's okay. No, I don't want to drive 100. It's okay. And what do people do on holidays? They speed. They go fast. John, you're always late to every single Christmas holiday. Can't stand him. That's your uncle. You love Uncle John. The rest of your family doesn't like him. Auntie Louise, she's always early and she eats all the desserts. I don't know about your grandma. Chocolate cake, pineapple cake, Okay, sweet potato pie. My OG, she can cook. If you don't get there early, you won't get any food. And all your cousins, they're going to, oh yeah, we heard, Ashton, you got in trouble. You got into an accident. I did not get into an accident. The whole school is targeting me in my truck, and you don't understand. Well, your dad said this. My dad is kind of exaggerating, but a couple of stories are true. And we can use this story about Ashton and his lime green Ram 1500. There are not many of them out there, and it stands out, and it could be a target. Some of you will be in situations like this, and you'll be like, why do they keep hitting my car? Or why is my tire like this? Or why is my car boxed in? Okay? You'll figure it out. Guys, we're sharing real stories with you.